minute. Thank you guys for jumping on. Are you good? All right. And it's a pink signature, real menus. I'm going to little bicep that went out there. Right there. So, I know it's working your tricep, but the biceps look really good. We just sold 2,000 of these in Canada.
Everything looks really good.
So we all do that with our shirts off every. Can we just see your back for a second? He's in the gym 2 hours. Let me see your back. 2 hours every day right now, working for a competition. And do you guys see all of that? Oh my God. Can I tell you? This looks different than it did 3 days ago. Oh, wow. It really does. Oh, wow.
Coming, ma'am.
We didn't have.
Hi, everybody. Nice meeting you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you, man.
So, yeah,
Cheers.
I haven't really done a live event with Josh, so
Thank
he
you,
serves as
Josh.
amazing inspiration. Who's Miss? Yes, and thank you for being so willing to do that.
Someone's on their cell phone. We need to.
Who's on her Samsung cell phone? Because I don't have your name.
Me.
Okay, me doesn't help me.
Denise.
No, Denise, I got you. There's somebody else here.
It's Denise.
Two Denises?
Yes, me, Denise.
No, Denise. Denise Crank?
Yes.
Okay, I got you, Denise. I'm actually looking. Give me who's got a Samsung phone who's on their phone.
I am. Denise Crank is.
It's not Selena. I can't see who it is. No, Denise, I got you. Trust me. Unless you're in two different places at the same time, and I know you're talented, there's one more person on the phone who's on a Samsung phone. Okay. All right, we'll figure this out. All right, so at Forbes Factor, one of the things we learned is just how to say our names, for real. Jeff, how are you doing?
Doing awesome.
Good. Do you have Jeff on there? Jeff is our big scholarship winner from, I'm very excited about you, by the way.
Is it Jeffrey?
It is Jeffrey. Yes. We are very excited about you. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to spend about 15 minutes here. I'm going to record this so that everybody who didn't jump on the call. One of the things that you learn, Amos Larry, that you learn about Forbes Riley is I'm insanely spontaneous. So much so, in fact, I might combust. That's the first time I've ever told that joke and the last time I will ever tell that joke. But I go with what I feel. I always get things done. We have a blast, and nobody goes unnoticed. I see, feel, and hear all kind of things. We're going to have the most amazing weekend. I've been building up to this particular event for a long time. We did one in July in Long Beach. That was amazing. Then we followed that with one at my home, well, here, when it ended up being a hurricane. So I am ramped up, ready to go. We've got people flying in from all over the world. I've got people coming in from England, all over the country. And I just want to give you a couple of things to be thinking about. So number one, I think everybody here is a VIP. If you're not, there's a VIP networking party the night before, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I just secured us a beautiful 2-story house on the beach. So we're going to have our networking party at a house on the beach. Very, very excited. So we will give you the address to that. So I would like you to, does anyone have Chuck's email? It's chuck@forbesfactor.com. Here's what I'd like each one of you to do right now on the call. And for all of you who's listening to the recording, and again, I'm going to keep this short. I want you to email him right now, your hotel where you're staying, or your Airbnb, or wherever you are staying. So we know where everybody is and where they're going to go back to every night. I've done this where we just secured a whole hotel. This time I've been very lax about it. You guys are all within proximity. You can go from one side of St. Pete to the other for a $6 Uber ride. There's not a lot of places you can get lost. So it's pretty simple. And I've got people with cars and stuff. So don't worry about all the transportation. Just get to your hotel and or get to the party. Got it? I say got it. You say got it. I say good. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. Got it.
Zoom, I see you guys. I see you right there. I see you, Courtney. You look great tonight. Okay. Here's a couple of guarantees. I guarantee that you're going to have an amazing time. I guarantee you're going to meet some people that will propel your career to the next level. I've been doing this now for my first one was in 2010. It's a long time. And it started in my living room with 5 people. And I didn't really know what I had. I've been doing it ever since. It continues to grow and grow. And my personal speaking career, on February 22nd, I will be speaking at the Mandalay Bay in front of 8,500 people. Got to tell you, it's, yeah. No, they can't see you because you can put your picture back on because they love seeing you. It's grown, expanded, and it's been unbelievable. Oh, hi, look at that. On my next So the guarantee is you're going to have fun. This is not, I can tell you easily what Forbes Factor is not than what it is, because what it is always about the people in the room. It is about the energy. So it's your responsibility to play full out, to come with a very open mind and an open heart. You don't need to judge anything. What I do works. It always does. It's one reason Jeff is here. It's one reason Larry. I plucked them out of an audience in front of people and in a tiny little period of time, transform them. Over these 3 days, you're going to go on a journey that you've been waiting for. How do I know that? Because I went on my first one at 31, changed my life, and I was so excited by the journey I began that I need to do this over and over and over again. From my personal heart, to give to people, to watch transformations. It's one of my favorite weekends ever. And maybe like Tony Robbins, at some point, there'll be thousands of people in the room. You should be glad they're not there, because you at the moment are getting 100% Forbes. And you'll get my attention. Everybody gets through moments. Everybody gets touched. And that doesn't happen when it's that big. So this may, in fact, be the last time we can do it in my studio. We're at capacity. We're sold out. And I'm very excited about that. To be really honest, this is great. So the next time we do this, because when I invite people at Forbes Factor and there's 8,500 people in the room, if 10% show up, I got to stay. I know, you think about those numbers. I'm so jazzed. I would like you to think about, and maybe get a pen. I'm a really big person. I do this a lot, this pen and paper. I will tell you, this is nice, but it's not this. And I have scientific evidence that writing things down has a different effect on your head. I once had to memorize a 250-page one-woman show, 15 characters. I kept saying to the person in charge, I said, I can't do this. I don't know how. I'm saying that word, I can't. And it set me on a journey to, one, understand what your psyche is all about, how your brain works, how you can shift your brain to make it work for you, against you. Most of the, whatever level of success you are, your brain hit a glitch. We have the ability with the training that I've done to take the glitch out, to just, because I can tell you, I can operating system you have on your computer, one virus, the whole thing's gone. Doesn't matter how big the virus is, okay? You got one little virus, and as humans on this planet, we got a lot of little glitches. We got our parents, we got society, we got our spouse, we got who knows. And then we're getting older as all of this is happening. And then we're fighting the economy. It doesn't matter. There's glitches everywhere. I like to highlight some of the big ones and get them out of the way, and all of a sudden your world is different. And that, to me, is so darn exciting. I can't sleep at night. All right. I need to see your little list here. What to wear. Now, this is challenging. We are in a personal space, aside from the evening of the Thursday. We're in my space. And you do need to know we are filming. Actually, I'm having two guys come out, and they're filming a documentary about me and what I do. I have no expectations of what that's, lots of footage, lots of other things, but they're here to film anyway. So your responsibility is to show up every day looking from here up great. Your hair should be done. Your makeup should be done. You should look really good. From here down, I don't need you in a typical seminar dress or a suit, God forbid. I need you casual, sporty, nice. And I do recommend that you come every day with a change of clothes, because we have registration at 9. We start at 9:30. We have catered lunch. Sometimes I just wrote 8 a.m. I don't know. And I haven't done this with this group, but I did do a sleepover once. We pre-planned it, but we had a pajama party. Because part of breaking through is sometimes breaking down. I do like to end every night about 8 or 9 o'clock. So at some point, if you say around dinner time, you're like, I just want to get a little more comfortable, more casual, I'm telling you now. Pants or a cozy shirt to sit, And here's the other thing, too. It's colder in Florida than you think. Thursday night, you got to dress warm, bring a coat, because we're outside for part of it. Beautiful outside. We have an indoor, too, but it's cold. And I can't guarantee. So just the best thing you can do is layers. Comfortable socks, great shoes. Does it mean you can't bring high heels and a cute outfit? Sure. There's times during the day. Now, here's another thing I'm doing. Bring an outfit or two that's professional, because I just met the most amazing photographer. I've been filming a television series, and I've not seen anybody like him. If you see my Instagram, I started posting pictures from the series. This guy is brilliant. What do you need a picture for? Pat, what do you think you need a photograph for?
To sell yourself?
To what?
Business?
For the book.
Yes, for the book. I'll give you the answer because I don't know if it's a little stuck. Pat, I can't hear you quite so well. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Am I stuck on yours?
Yeah.
If I'm stuck, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Your guys are a little breaking up on mine.
Yeah, I had trouble
Thank you.
getting on first, but yeah, I hear you.
You need professional photographs because that's what the world is about. It is your branding. I've had a picture on my business card my whole life. It is Facebook. It is Twitter. That is your brand. So I've got a guy coming. So if we say, hey, we want to do some headshots or body shots, he is there. You want to know that you've got clothes. You say, hey, wait a second, I've got 2 change of outfits for that. But again, the head is the most important thing for me, that your head looks good. Be prompt, be attitude, arrival time. We'll talk about that. The most important thing is to be 7 o'clock at the address that we're going to email you on Thursday. Here's what's very important about me. I used to work for ESPN. I worked for them for a long time. If you were 5 minutes early, you were late. This played out very well in my entire life. Now, I still have issues. As I gotten older, it's not a good thing, but I will tell you, you want to succeed in life, you want to make an impression. If you're 5 minutes early, you're late. What does that mean? We'll be there, from 6 o'clock on. Be on time. When I say something starts at 9 or 9:30, I'm not kidding. Because how you do something, and this is the theme of the weekend, how you do something, write this down, is how you do everything. How you show up tonight. Now, we're kind of goofy about this. How do you look in your frame here on the Zoom call? Do you have a great camera? Are you framed nicely? Is there some branding behind you? You have options to do that. Is the camera up your nose? If I sat here like this, Jeff? Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Jeff, get in here?
I'm sorry, you're always making me laugh.
All right. So
She likes
I
picking
come from a
on me.
world. I do. So trust me. I pick only on people that I love who can make it.
I love that. Rolls off the
And
tongue.
change. You can move forward. We've had opportunities. I usually have a light here. My whole office is now being designed because this is how you communicate with the world. If you're 1,000 people on here, I'm looking at the one who looks good. I'm not looking at the one I can see this for. We've had people just do that. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Sometimes when it doesn't work, I do this. And this is here. Sometimes when I can't do that, I'll just do this. That's a great. Oh, that's not a picture. You know what? That's actually not such a great picture. Facebook just instituted today a video for your profile. Taking advantage of what's new.
Good.
This is not a business class. This is not a weight loss class. However, people make money and lose weight when you hang out with me. That's guaranteed. So let me hear from Penny for a second. Penny, you've been part of our 21-day challenge. Will you tell people if there was a diet or an exercise program, and in 21 days, what happened? How much weight did you lose?
Well, for me, when I first started it, I thought, oh goodness, I'm going to have to really get serious with this because I got to write everything down. And I measured myself. And of course, I didn't have the journal at first. But when I got it, I went through the first 6 pages. I went ahead and I measured myself. And I've lost at least 6 inches all over. I am back in some of my clothes that I wasn't in 3 months ago. For me, it's not about the poundage as much as it is what my body looks like and what I can fit into, because of how I want my image to be.
Was there a diet?
What's that? No diet at all. I just had to write down, I've only had to write down what I eat.
Did you wait? Oh, no, don't touch it. Yep. Don't tell them what it is. Just tell them, answer the questions. Did you go to the gym?
I did at the very end. We started back up at the gym, but I usually use just my spin gym. I did a little bit of something here at the house.
Cindy, you went on a no diet program, am I correct?
That's correct. I did a no diet program, and I lost 9 pounds, and I lost 3 inches from my abdomen, from my waist. very happy.
And let me ask
And I
another
did not
question.
go to a gym.
So you're on this quote unquote, you're on a weight loss program. Are you happier?
I am happier. I feel better. Yes. Much. Absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the crazy thing. We're going to 10x all that because Forbes Factor takes all of those things. We don't need a diet to get fit. Trust me. And you want this program because I don't accept anyone in my business mastery programs till you do this. Why? Because I need you to leave your baggage at home. Most of you just bring it to everything you do. I remember my beautiful Pat and Penny and Cindy on day one going, I promised them.
What?
No,
What?
that's how you look.
Sitting
Just,
down?
oh God, no, come on, Pat, you know you did. By week 4, I'm like,
You're right. By week 4, it's like, hello. Light bulb goes off.
Our language, you know? So I'll tell you what, in the 3-day intensive, I have more fun than I've ever had. Let me ask you a question. What I want to hear, I'm going to go for everybody because we have a small group. And for those of you who are listening to the recording, I'm sure your question is going to be answered. I want a statement of what you hope to get out of the weekend and a question, whatever the question might be. Pat, you go first.
What do I hope to get out of this? To improve myself so I can sell myself, sell businesses. Right now, I just left my job. I have no job right now. I need to make myself marketable, support my family again, myself.
Excellent. And what one question might you have?
A question I have, I don't know.
Thank
Oh,
you.
God. Now, okay, well, Pat, you've been with me for 24 days, 28 days. If you say I
Yeah.
don't know, I get to hit you. Remind me when I see her, I get to smack her in the head. Oh, that's not a joke. I'm smacking her in the head. Because here's the thing. If you haven't, you guys want to get it, you want to get ahead in life? When somebody asks you for a question, think of one. I don't care what it is. It is a valuable moment to make yourself known, something about you within the group. Take advantage when someone gives you a nugget. Don't throw the ball back to me. So Pat, you get a pass because I love you. And I'm going to move on to Cindy. Now just know this question is coming to you. So what do you hope to get out of the weekend? And a question.
I hope to get out of the weekend the ability to learn how to kind of release the issues I have. I, like Pat, I am working, but I'm really not working what I had done for over 20 years. And it's quite a shock to your system when you do that. So I'm hoping to learn to lose that baggage and looking forward to a positive outlook on life. And I'm getting there with this last 4 weeks, truthfully. And the question I would have is you want my question? Can't hear you. Okay, my question is, I would like to know, you make me laugh. I would like to know where you get all of your energy and how you are so positive about everything.
Good one.
I'm sorry. Wait, did you see Josh?
I did.
Okay, that's
Gotta go there.
You know what? Okay, and the truth is, it is about what's up here. It is a choice that you make every day. I have gone, and we're going to talk about this in class. I've gone through massive obstacles. And if you believe like I do, and it becomes your religion. I watched Jack LaLanne stand there in 2002, so it's 16 years ago, and make me understand that exercise was his religion, that healthy living was his religion. Because when you believe in something, when there's that passion of belief, he was religious about being fit and religious about sharing this message. I didn't buy into any of that stuff back then. And I formulated, I was on a quest, because just like you, I looked and going, how at 88 do you have this much energy? And I ate meals with him. I watched what he put in his body. I watched how he communicated with people, how he communicated with himself. Is life always easy? No, but we know that going in. So when somebody says words, and we do this, if you tell me life is hard, Penny, I'm going to smack you. I'm not kidding. I'm tired of it. Stop telling me what you can't do. You're going to see in Forbes Factor, especially people who are not on this call. By the way, think about this. 14 of you on the call. We have 50 people registered, or 45. People who are not on the call, are they not checking their email? No, you live in really? Shame on you. You have like 6 hours to check your email. I sometimes get a job. I've made $70,000 by not missing an email. Yeah, okay, just a little system, you're checking it. In today's world, you don't get to check once a day. Then you're not in business, and you're not successful. Successful people figure it out. So number two, I look at them and I go, you're coming here on Thursday. It's Sunday. You should be thinking about this weekend. It's a big deal. If you had a chance to hang out with a girl who's grossed $2 billion and get information and glean that from her, that's a big deal. Focus, prepare for this, get ready. That's what you guys have chosen to do, and thank you. The universe rewards action. In the same way, it supports non-action. You get to be a slug, your mindset sucks, and all of a sudden you find yourself spiraling down, and it's really hard to get out of it. All of us who've ever dieted know that. Yet somehow I got people on this call who didn't diet, didn't exercise, have lost weight, and they've been happier. I figured out a system, a little tiny system. Follow systems. Get mentors, find groups, be supported, and just be successful. Oh, wow, what a concept. So am I always happy? No. But I'm seriously happy when there's people watching and they're here, and I put this together, and there's people on this call from Chuck to Courtney who've seen me struggle, going, oh, dude, stop saying I don't know. Who cares whether you know it or not? Stop giving me your ugly baggage. I don't care if you know it, figure it out. You didn't know how to walk. You didn't know how to graduate college. You didn't know how to drive a car. You didn't know how to do any of the things that you're doing. I remember showing somebody Facebook, a woman in London like 10 years ago. I don't know how to do this. Of course you don't. It's new. If that's the energy that you go to learn something new with, I don't know how. Girlfriends, let me tell you something. I've never had a job. I didn't have a job. Good for you. Yay. That's an opportunity and a lot of time to do something productive, like make money. So wait a second, you can make money without a job? Don't tell me. Okay, so then that's an interesting question that I have too, because I put together a program beyond this course. Chuck and I, this is so cool. We did something in a week. Actually, we just did it again in a day that made us money. You want to know what that is?
What is it?
Sure.
Good. Come to Forbes Factor. You'll find out on Saturday. And I'm not kidding. I am so excited about it. Yeah, you're going to find out on Saturday. And that's how you can do it too. I don't believe in having a job. I just don't. I never have. Nobody believed that this was going to work. I've sold 2 million of these. I'm all about making dreams bigger than you ever imagined and fulfilling it. So look around the page here. Get to know somebody and say, wow, that's one of my dream partners. I can't tell you all the things that are going to come out of this. It's why I want you to kind of understand where you are. Because on the other side of this, it's like, oh my God. Just come along for the ride. Jeff, what are you hoping to get out of the weekend?
So I just stronger self-esteem, internal. What I display on the outside isn't is a lot stronger than what I am on the inside.
Okay, what if we said that was done? Next, what's your question?
What's my I'd like to know where you went to school for magic, considering what you pulled out of me at the event.
I love it.
So, may I say, honestly,
I think I went to the School of Hard Knocks.
Okay, I'd like to honestly say, I wouldn't honestly say that I have any idea what to expect, that I'm coming totally open. What I know is what you did that one day, and I'm a strategist, and when I don't even understand why, sometimes I see a good strategy and know that it's the right thing to do. And that's what I saw the moment you said it. That's all I really know.
That's all you need to know. Good. I have a knack for under-promising and over-delivering, because why not? And Jeff, you'll share your story with everybody over the weekend, because
oh, good.
It's
we
the
get
exact
to
same story
increase
that Larry
it, huh?
has. Funny. Well, no, but it's the exact same story, that there's one person in a crowd or two people that I get to touch in a short period of time, and every one of those has this magical thing. That's why now that I get to do this to every one of you, trust me, that magical thing always shows up. It's kind of crazy. So I'm living the dream. I'm totally living the dream. Miss Monica.
Oh, I think so.
Something you want to tell us what you're expecting to get out of the weekend? By the way, it doesn't have to be, I'm not, and then one question.
Okay, I'm ready. I am looking to be recharged and to find my zest for life and working out, and I think you're the person to do it.
Okay.
My question is, how do I stay inspired? Because I seem to, start with full steam and then it kind of dwindles down, and that's what I would like you to answer for me.
And that's what this weekend will answer. That comes down to understanding how to train your brain. And we don't know the things that you want guaranteed. Got it? Got it. It is well, you know what? It is the Wizard of Oz. And I think Larry was there when we did that. You guys are coming to the table with everything you already have. You just don't realize it. So it becomes my job to show it to you in a way that you didn't realize. Because when it clicks, and it continues to click, and by the way, Monica, we are offering the concept that you can stay in touch. And that's part of this whole new Zoom world, part of the new technology that we have access to. I get a little tired of flying all over the world all the time. I just came back from Canada. I'm heading off to Vegas and London. I'd rather do it sitting here. So if I could touch people and you could stay inspired 52 weeks a year, 365 days a year, because as an accountability partner or a place to go, would that work for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so when you create people who all speak the same language, when you leave Forbes Factor, your language will be different. You will no longer be able to tolerate some of the people in your life because you start to hear them for the very first time and go, whoa, really? When that changes, when the way you look at something changes, that thing changes. Mr. Ryan, who I had the most wonderful time getting to meet at a phenomenal man. I love Carl White so much.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're expecting to get out of the weekend and what's a question.
I'm like Jeff. I'm keeping a very open mind, but I expect to be vulnerable and to break through some things that are fear and to work out some God-given talents that I know I have that I'm not tapping into. And my question would be, what was a defining moment that really changed your way of thinking in a big way, that made you turn a corner and really define who you are?
Saturday night of a seminar that I went to when I was 31 years old. And I will share that story. I don't usually share that story. Will you remind me to share that one? There was a moment that I will never forget. It's one of the best, it's one of the most influential, most amazing 5 moments of my entire life. And giving birth to twins was one, getting married was one. This Saturday night at a seminar. Go figure. And that's why I pay it forward.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. When you hear the story, it's and thank you for reminding me of the story, because it's the thing that keeps me humble and reminds me that I don't have a choice. This is what I do.
Well, one of the things that I really liked
Miss
about
Sherry, thank you, Brian, by the way. I'm excited. And thank you. You turned yourself off, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, one of the things I really loved about what you said when you were speaking was you had a very humble childhood, and that was the fire in your belly that kind of gave you the drive for what you do. And I can definitely relate with that. So.
Well, you said something very important, and we'll hit on that late on Friday, about playing small, about knowing you have a God-given talent and not using it. Yeah. And I find the happiest people in life use that talent that God seems to have given them. Yep. And they don't deny it. And sometimes it's wacky as good. Oh, really, that's my talent? But when you follow your heart, and Cindy knows this from working in corporate to moving forward. But I love the word that you said, Words are very important. That you said vulnerable. Thank you for being willing to bring that. That is probably the most important thing in this training, is to be open. What you know has worked for you up until this point. The best thing that you can do is to come with an open mind and go, I'm in her hands. Let's go on a roller coaster ride and enjoy it.
Yep.
Miss Sherry, tell me, where are you calling from?
You're talking to me? I don't know if there's more than one Sherry. Okay. I am calling from Southern California. And my thing that I want to get out of this is to be a sponge. I want to learn from everyone. I feel that right now in my business, I'm got to get rid of excuses and not feel that the millennials are taking over. And then just like you say, go with an open mind and be a sponge. My question to you is more of a personal, and you don't have to answer right now. My question to you is, if you have a moment, you know that my mom I'm the caretaker for my mom with her cancer. And my thing is that I'm excited to come here. I know that Chuck had sent me an email and said that, you know, there's one in April too, because he knows what's going on with my mom. But I am really focused on 2018 being an awesome year. I'm back at the gym every day. I have to be, my question to you is to tell me how to be when you're a caretaker and with my mom and the cancer, it's just I'm never number one. You know, it's not ever about me, and I want to come there and be about me. You know, and I want to talk to you about, because you've lost your mom, and how'd you do it? You know,
and my dad.
I don't want to crash and burn.
Oh,
I don't want
baby,
to crash and burn.
My mom.
This has got to be a great year. It's going to be a great year, and I got to focus on that. And I need your help.
So you need to. Okay, let's get real for a second. I'm about to lose my mother-in-law. She's gonna leave us within a week. I lost my mom and my dad in the same year, and I raised a little boy for 12 years who was murdered.
Oh, wow.
I also raised twins during that time, and I will tell you, it's never about you. You got two babies at the same time and you're working all the time, but that's a lie. That's a lie you're telling yourself. To be a caretaker the rules of that do not say that you need to give yourself up. That is what you're choosing to do. And I'm going to call you out on that.
I
Not
know.
that you're not a loving, wonderful, beautiful human being.
I've thrown it out there.
Well, you got to redefine what caretaker means, and how long and how much do you do this? A person, and it's a tough call. I remember leaving my mom the morning. I don't think we went to that morning. I think we saw the night before, and we were going to see her at 1 o'clock, and she died at 1 o'clock, and we weren't there. And at some point, you need to call in professionals. That was very hard. At some point, my mom was 260 pounds, and I remember she fell off the bed downstairs, and my sister and I couldn't pick her up. And it was, it became very apparent that we could not do that. So I don't know where, and I'll talk privately about this. I don't know where your mom is on her journey. It is a journey. And the crazy thing about all of our lives, especially when you're facing all this, is a journey with an end. It's an end. There's an end. And a quality of life. But you, my darling, cannot give up you. Because I want you to do something, and I did this with Chuck, who just lost his dad. Your mom raised you. She gave birth to you. You are her future. Got it?
Yes.
Say got it?
Got it.
Do you think that she enjoys watching you be stressed out and unhappy?
No, she doesn't.
No. And if you're always kind of angry and upset, so I'm going to share something with you, Chuck. Will you put
that's
your
why
video
I'm at
camera
the
back
gym
on for a second? So, no, I got that. And that's important. But it comes down to all of the aspects. How funny and silly are you with her? How are you making whatever days that she has on this planet matter to her?
I am 100% positive and upbeat with her all the time.
Okay, then I don't know that. I'm asking because I know that it was very challenging.
I'm her rock.
Well, we'll talk. We'll talk about this because I have a thing about permission and giving my dad permission to die. What all that means. We'll talk, and it's very personal, one-on-one. But I'm going to tell you, you need to come here for you. I have a sense about 2018 too. It sounds crazy, but I've never felt this way. I had an amazing time I never celebrate New Year's Eve. I was at Niagara Falls having a blast, thinking about having planted seeds for so long that this feels different. And I'm not the first person to have said that, but we kind of hear it a lot. So Chuck, you did something. I remember you were calling me, you'd left, your dad was 91 at the end of his journey with your sisters and brothers, and you were very sad on the phone. What did I say to you?
To go change the mood, because he was actually dying. I mean, he died that day, and it was to go in and change the mood to a happy mood, and that's what I did.
How'd you do it?
It was with music.
So what did I tell you? What did you do? Because I got a sense that they were all standing around. I've been there many, many times.
Well,
you're standing around waiting for someone to die. And you're sad and you're crying. Think about it. The person in the bed is going, everybody's crying. Everybody's sad. This sucks. I might as well leave. What if that wasn't the last party? What if the last party was fun and your favorite music? And you're going, this is cool. I love it. Bye. I just would imagine that when you're lying on that bed that you would want to know that you left people happy. I don't want to see everybody crying and feeling terrible. So what did you do?
Yeah, they weren't in there crying. No one was in there crying, but they were almost waiting in anticipation because he needed to go. So I went in there and I asked my mom what their wedding song was, and that's what we played.
And what was your reaction? Honestly.
My dad actually pepped up, and my mom scooted closer to my dad, and they just kind of hugged, and it was a happy moment.
So you're going to take a step back, and maybe these 3 days this week will be a look at the journey and what you've done, what you've given up. But we're going to help you move forward because you get to. That's the journey. That's what she wants more than anything in her life is for you to be happy and move forward. Remember that, okay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I keep everything upbeat and
I'm glad that you're here.
That's the way it should be.
Well, let me share something with you. Your mom's pretty smart. If you're this upset on this call, what is she really sensing from you?
Well, I don't let her see this. She doesn't see this. I'm upbeat and so positive with her. It's not in front of her ever. Not ever in the last 2 years. She doesn't know. She would never be able to see
the opposite.
What?
Well, again, I'm not go ahead. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to work out a couple of issues that you've tied to parts of your life. I'm going to tell you something, that you can't hide stuff. If you're really feeling this, I know you think you're being upbeat and positive, but your mom knows you. Maybe you want to be more honest. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. I know.
I don't know. I don't have the right answer. How old is she?
78.
Sherry, 78.
Yeah.
All right. So for the moment, love her. Know that you're going to leave for a few days and she's going to be okay no matter what happens. I did that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, who knows?
That's right.
We're going to embrace you and love you and we're going to have fun and you're going to be silly. Bring your makeup. Because you're going to get pretty. Courtney, talk to me about being pretty. All right. So Miss Courtney, we got a couple more minutes. Miss Courtney is one of our leaders, our coaches. but also a participant. She's gone through this, and she's got a very formidable background, but she's fun. And I got to tell you, I saw her today after not seeing her for about 5 months. You don't look the same. You look pretty.
Thank you.
Prettier than I've ever seen. You're like glowing. The output, the clothes, the stuff. Maybe I've known you for a while. Whatever we did is working.
It is. It absolutely is working, and that's what
So
they're
real
out.
quick, what do you want to get out of the weekend?
I want to make sure I help everyone succeed and that they understand the difference, not only with the information that they're going to get, but how to make the transformation. I think that's the most important thing. And a lot of people go to these seminars, write things down, and don't really feel it or take it in. And so I'm going to be there to help you help and support. And actually, that makes me happy to be able to have other people go through transformations that I did. You might hear my story at the event, you might not, but I went through huge transformations to get to where I am today. And it was with the help of several people, Forbes being one of them, and my latest win or move that I just made. So that's the big thing, is to help you do the transformation. You're going to go, you're going to have your notebook, you're going to write it down, but let's make sure you feel it and you understand what you're going through. That's the big thing.
Courtney's done this for decades. She's one of our staff. We've got a team, and they are dedicated to you guys. And conversely, you get to be dedicated to them because we all get to keep going through this. The last one, I had the most massive breakthrough. I can hardly wait. And trust me, I don't expect those to happen anymore. There's a picture of me in the circle of everybody crying my eyes. I'm like, am I not through with this stuff yet?
That was a huge breakthrough.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Hey, Miss Larry, you're on. Real quick, what do you hope to get through this? This is Larry. She's been through this before. And a question, please.
Well, as always, continuing to learn. I'm still interested in learning how to do the NPI. That I've been wanting, and my question is, geez, there's so many. What should I go with? Just how it's just helping me to keep going forward, because I mean, you've changed just between the first time you met me and the second time you met me, I'd already changed, and I've just kept changing. So, you know, I just want to be able to take the next step and keep going. So it's not really a question. It's more of what's next.
What's the question? What's next? What's next? Okay, that's a good question.
Because you pulled a few things out of me. So let's get some more out.
I know. Hi. I love that you show up. Trust me. You know my best visual transformations ever. Mr. Malcolm, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Mr. Malcolm was down here during the hurricane.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? I'm talking through my phone.
We can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
Where are you?
I am at home right now.
Which would be in what state?
Oh, I'm in Toronto. Sorry. You were actually in my backyard just a few days ago. I was watching you on the shopping channel. And I was like, man, I wish.
Okay, your backyard is ridiculous, 30 below. What do you?
Yeah, you came during I think the coldest day we've ever had here. So what I would like to get out of this event is just to be inspired to really break down my guard and that kind of facade, because I really feel like inside of me there's sort of a genuine joy that I just really have a hard time letting shine. So, and I know it's there because it's always been there, but it's just it's been covered up for a while. So I just need to let it out. So, yeah, I'm looking for that inspiration, and I think if there's anyone who can do that, it'll be you. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend. And my question for you.
You don't have to. Yes.
Or I can't hear it. My phone's really cracking up.
No, go ahead. I was going to interrupt you for a second before you got to your question. You don't have to tell anybody, but I found out something that you broke through since the last time we saw you, and I want to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. No, it was a great day, so thank you.
Yeah. By the way, I shared that with Courtney. I shared that with Courtney today because I just found out, and she also. Courtney, do you want to also say, without saying anything about it, would you want to say something to Malcolm?
Oh, you know what? I have a...
Oh, can you
Yeah,
unmute her?
I want to say I'm so damn proud of you. I am so excited and so damn proud of you. You did it, and I cannot wait to see you.
Same here. Thank you so much. You guys were a great support group. Really.
It's irrelevant what it is he can say or not say, but the truth. Yes, yes, yes.
I know. Woo!
Thank you.
Hey, so Malcolm, what's your question?
So when you were here a few days ago on the shopping channel, I was just really inspired watching you because I saw you in the morning, then I saw you in the afternoon, and I saw you in the evening. And every time I saw you, you're so like energized, and your energy seems very authentic and genuine. So I guess my question for you is, does that come natural for you, or did you have to work at that? Because that's really something that I wish I had more of, is just that energy, because I don't think there's anyone else on that show who was as energized and lively as you. And I just want to know where you get that from. So, and as I said, like, is it something you had to learn and something you had to, not to say put on, but is it something that just comes natural to you, or did it take work to really, to demonstrate that kind of energy at all times?
So there's two things. One, I have, when I was little, I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be the star, and they never let me. And I tell the story over and over again. Whatever play I auditioned for, I ended up being in the back somewhere. Nowadays, I get to walk on stage or walk onto a television set and be the star. You know what? I never forget that. And I'll teach you this trick. It's a presentator thing. But when I walk over from being backstage to in front of people, my heart, and it's always been the same, I'm so grateful and honored and excited to share with you, to be there, that I made a commitment to myself that when I show up in front of other people, it is 110% or nothing. I have been sick as a dog and shown up and you would never know it. I have broken an ankle on set and you didn't, literally this, I fell off a thing and I kept going. I had a rebounder slap on my hand. Here's the deal. It's not about me at that moment. So when you choose to go to work or choose to be in front of your partner and you make those kind of decisions, I love what I do. First of all, in that world, and we were on for 28 hours, let me tell you, the moment the camera was off and I'm back in my room and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired, this is horrible. I'm glad there were no cameras there because it was so hard to go to literally be on. We got there at 6 o'clock, we're on at 10 p.m., midnight to 1, I was back up at 5, and they were on all day long. It's as stressed as you can possibly get. I worked my proverbial butt off for this product. I love this product. That helps. Do what you love. When you do what you love, you just can't wait to do it. You're going to see me, and I know there's one other man on the planet who does probably what I do for 12 hours a day. And Courtney, you know who I'm talking about. It is an honor and a privilege. See, I don't go to work. That's the difference. I don't know how to go to work. I think if I went to the same job every day, I might go, what am I doing here? And I truly believe if you're not building your dream, you're building somebody else's. The CEO is pretty excited that you keep showing up and doing whatever it is you do. He loves the fact that the janitor does a really good job and he'll pay him. But, it's very different when it's your dream. So I fully endorse following your dream, cleansing out your closet, and living a life that is bigger than you imagined. So the fact that you're asking me that question, and I know you, is that you're still holding on to things that you think about other people. Baby, I change my clothes in a parking lot if I want to. I don't care. I haven't seen anybody with a camera, but who knows? Remember when my kids were like, Mommy, doesn't that embarrass you? I said, I don't know the definition of embarrass. I have fallen off a stage on live television. I have broken my nose and showed up for an audition and got a national talk show. What does that word embarrass? Embarrass means that you care a little bit, a lot of bit about what they, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I just don't. I just know that what I do is so important and exciting and fun and that I have to show up. And when it comes to live television, and that's a different world than most people live in, but I love it so much. I'm sorry. It is beyond an honor to do what I get to do. And I live in a state when I'm doing that of gratitude and going, let me tell you, I did a play, a 2.5-hour show. And sometimes I did that show, one actress, 15 different characters, 2 times a night. Like literally, you would get on stage and you do matinee from 2 to 5 and from 8 to 11. Every night was the same. Every night I had a ritual with the idea that you give everything that you've got. I don't care if you got a sore throat, if your toenail, it doesn't matter. When you get that chance to present and be there for other people, take it. You're a doctor. You're showing up. You give to your patients. You're leading a seminar. Just do it. So for you, Mr. Malcolm, it is about aligning. By the way, let me ask you a question. You did something that we asked you to do. You took on a huge challenge that you hadn't done until you met us. How did you feel after you accomplished that task?
Well, I knew I had to do it, but you guys obviously made it do it. Like it was going to get done, but you guys really just helped maybe you helped expedite it, or you just helped make it simpler or less stressful. Like after it was done, like it was not so much, obviously it was partly relief, but like my first instinct was, why did I wait so long? It wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. Like I just kept building up so much prior to that. And after I spoke to my mom, it's just kind of like, why did I wait all these years? Like, why did I build these walls, like all these fake walls on my own? I'm putting up all these fake reasons and excuses of my own, but I don't know. So how did I feel?
Right,
I felt.
No, but I'm going to break that down. I don't want to spend too long doing this. Right, but here's the thing. I could tell you exactly what you were going to say. Right? Why did you wait so long? Great sense of relief. We got that. We knew that before. If you didn't do it, someone was going to push you off a cliff. Here's the deal. Same thing with work. You have all these limiting beliefs about what you can and you cannot do. So all of us do. All of us do. So maybe it takes a team of people to push you. Now I made commitments to people. I'll tell you what, I work a little harder knowing that I've got twins that I have to feed and put a roof over their head. Left to my own devices, maybe I wouldn't work so hard. Maybe I choose to be a role model. It's the way you set up your why that changes everything that you do. And we're going to get to that. We're going to clean out your why closet. I guarantee that. All right, Miss Denise Crank, jump on really quick. Denise is going to help us this weekend. Mama, how are you? And why is that beautiful face not on camera the way I want it to be?
I'm not really sure. Can you hear me okay? Forbes, can you hear me?
We can hear you, and now we can see you.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my
That's okay.
My thing for this weekend is how to make myself more marketable where I can quit my job. And my question is, how do you maintain that energy that you have and not get discouraged?
Okay, first of all, eat right, think right, sleep right. Start doing those things in the right order and watch the rest of your life take care of itself. I'll analyze real quick a couple of you, not right now, but I'll look at what you got. Who here's been working out? Who here's got a fit body that they just freaking love? Who here's got people in their life that they just love and can't wait to be around? When those things change, and I'll tell you what, I can look at a person and diagnose one of those few things is out of line. When they're in line, it all seems to work. We all make things way harder than they need to be. We have a head full of limiting beliefs. I'm gonna literally take your closet and shake it, let all the crap fall out. You've got just an empty closet. We're gonna go, okay, let's put the good stuff in. Because here's the deal. Nobody taught you the good stuff. In high school, they don't teach you about personal relationships, how to balance a checkbook, how to dream big. They taught you how to get a job, how to not be popular, how to be bullied, and to think that if you are a success in high school, that meant something in life, most likely to succeed. You had no idea who was most likely to succeed. Not at all. They taught you really weird things in school, and then they let you out, go to the real world. What? or go to college and spend the next 4 years not doing, I don't know. And I have a degree in political science. Oh, yeah. What am I supposed to do with that? 4 years for that. I didn't actually. I graduated with 2 degrees in 3 years because I've never believed in rules. And if you hang out with me long enough, you'll be a crazy anarchist who doesn't pay attention to a lot of rules because they're made by people who have very small minds. And if you don't stand up and literally stand in your own space, you're going to be unhappy. And that's what you're going to get. I guarantee, if you give yourself a number right now on how happy you are, I'm going to 10x it. Guaranteed. Everybody say yes, that's a good thing? But just 10x the happiness quotient. And that means this is a holistic program, just like my eating journal, my food transformation. It's not about a diet. It's not about telling you that you need to eat broccoli and not pudding. Go ahead and eat the pudding. I know, isn't that funny? Stop feeling guilty. Stop saying you're a cheater. Stop making yourself feel bad. Stop saying I don't fit into this bathing suit. You guys have all these reasons to make yourselves feel terrible. Congratulations, you win. What if somebody stood in your corner and said, I'm going to change the paradigm. I'm going to make your life different because it should have never been made the way it was. I hear all the things that you want. Can I have more self-esteem, please? Of course you should. Of course your inside should match your outside. Who said it shouldn't? And then I will tell you. I'll leave you with this quote. This is my quote for 2018. I've had 18 of them. You get, write this down right now. You get what you tolerate. If you tolerate feeling miserable and accepting that, congratulations. If you get people telling you that you're stupid or lazy or ugly or not whatever, congratulations. And I guarantee that you're getting exactly what you tolerate. Billionaires do not tolerate making less than $100,000 a day. You do. You barely tolerate making $100,000 a year. Congratulations, you get what you tolerate. And when you start believing differently, when you change how you look at that thing changes. I got people who fly in private jets and would never tolerate going commercial. I got people who can't believe they get to go commercial. You know, my daughters, shame on me sometimes, because I didn't grow up with a lot. But when you walk into an airplane, do you tolerate turning right or turning left? You even know what that means. If you're turning left, odds are you're going into first class. If you're turning right, you're in economy. I tell you what, I grew up in economy. There have been times when I don't want to tolerate anything less than turning left. It's a different way of thinking. You work different, you think differently, and that's all that it is. You're getting exactly. You are getting exact. Wow. Because nobody asked you what you want. Nobody asked you that you could think bigger, dream bigger, be bigger. And that's what this is all about. So now that I've given like 18 lessons here, which I didn't actually mean to do, I just can't stop. But I love the fact that most of you asked that same question. So let's give you energy. Let's give you some fun food. Let's get you great partners. Let's boost you. And by the way, this is exciting. I want you to write down right now and take this with you for the next couple of days. Write down this conversation, January 7th, 2019. This conversation, 2019. It doesn't look like this, does it? You're not in this house, are you? You're not weighing this much, are you? Or are you? I'm going to tell you, you're going to get what you want. Who has the courage to write what they want down and really go for it? So that's the big challenge right now. Design your life for 2019, right now. And I'll tell you, when you bring it and you read it, most of you will go, wow, that's not even close. I can't wait to show you. By the way, you're going to be in my television studio. It's a very personal, big space that I built. And I'm going to show you my magic journal. I'm going to show you something I did when I was 27 years old. That's going to blow your mind. If you don't think that this is really important, I'm going to blow your mind. You're going to see something no one's ever seen, and it's very hard to comprehend. And it's real. That's all I'm saying. Dream a little bigger than you imagine. And on that note, if anyone has any real questions, reach out to Chuck. If you're watching this recording and you got to this point, congratulations. You're very, very attentive. I'm going to see you guys Thursday night. Yes? See you then.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So we're going to come play 100% because I don't expect anything less. Josh, say goodnight. Good night, Joshua. All right.
Good night.
Hold on.
Bye.
All right. I love you guys. Mwah.